a sound check on X, and then we're pretty much good to go. That's good enough. So, here in about 2 minutes, we are going to be speaking with Jean-Francois Gariepy, JF Gariepy, who is a classic YouTube personality who I watched him peripherally for a while in other people's shows. Come to find out, he's doing these solo streams that are pretty dope too. So, I'm just gonna pick his brain a little bit. He's a fucking professional biologist who like wears the suit and is actually deep in that field. He's a deep in the game biologist, but he got tired of the horseshit at the universities, from what I gathered. So I'm going to be asking these questions. He's allowed to look at the questions. I should probably wait for him to get here. He's going to be here in 1 minute. We've got a couple cameras going here. Sort of a more roving style iPad. And then we've got, and I'll point this back and forth to get a little bit of what JF is doing. But the priority here is to get all this footage, make sure that my audio isn't too poor, and I'm right about to FaceTime him now. Should answer any second now. Yeah, the call is only going to my phone, not my desktop. Do you have a link I can follow from my desktop? I'll ask him if he can make the call from your phone. I'll say if you grant 5 men, you will be happy. I don't know, man. Hope he's not bailing last minute, but I don't think he would. Okay, now he's saying not really. I only do good audio from my studio. Okay, let me work with you on that. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, let's see. Let's do a different type of game here. Since JF decided to puss out so fucking bad when I was gonna give him the most beautiful interview he's ever had. This is a guy who Was on Drunken Peasants a few years ago. I remember when I was 15. Has not done shit since, but apparently killed his wife and married a retarded lady. It's the same one he killed. I don't think he killed her. That bitch was retarded though. 100%. But yeah, now I'm just going to be reading my show notes that I fucking worked on for a couple hours last night for JF. I'll share what I was going to ask him and what we sent each other here. It's an interesting mystery why he bailed. Ask by writing, I have no time for calls. Sure, what are your thoughts about those Drunken Peasants guys? These days, around the time I stopped listening to them was when that all fell apart. For a time, I got into them again, heard Paul mention you in a negative light, clearly buying into the BS. So do you have any deeper insights into those guys or that time? Also, was there any fallout worth mentioning? Or was Paul just being snaky there? And he said, I haven't followed what they've become. It just became clear that they were going to be stuck in their liberal mentality forever as the media landscape progressively changed. To me, they've always been stuck in being losers, unable to live up to the standards of intellectual curiosity that you'd have expected of them. I never held them to a standard of intellectual curiosity. They were a funny show that lied nonstop. The whole show is just about lying, about politics with a left-wing bias. But JF would go on there as a evolutionary biologist expert, and he would rap. It's pretty much his biggest thing in life. And I was trying to help him build more and build on this infrastructure that he has. But this is why he is nowhere after 15 years. Because he doesn't know how to answer the phone. I agree they had every opportunity afforded them when they first started appearing on there, but they weren't able to adapt. Characters like you and Milo greatly overshadow them in terms of relevancy by now. Deservedly so. I said, well, if you ever had time for an interview, we would delve into troll culture, its beginnings, present, and future. Troll culture. If it's trolling, I get a pass. If it's trolling, he gets a pass. Which is all that his dead wife thing is. It's him trolling, and he probably planned it with her to go hide off somewhere at a monastery. I believe she was sighted at a monastery recently, according to JF. Who knows if he's telling the truth? Yeah. Asked him if I could interview him about trolling. How you can use it to your advantage when falsely accused, such as in your case. Then I sent him this documentary about this Rama guy. I don't know if you can see that. But this guy was a cult leader back in the 80s, maybe the 70s. And he was a gay cult leader that was kind of the stereotypical, ticked every box for the cliche cult leader, including being just super corny the way he dressed. And I said, crazy hoes leave everything behind for reasons they imagined up all the time, as you know. You aren't responsible for other people's mayhem. No one should be. Can I do a very short interview with you about Ye? 2 or 3 questions only for a short video. And you could have cut it off after 2 questions. I had a million here that he could have said, nope, decline, nope, decline, nope, decline. And then found the nugget that he actually wanted to talk about. That's the way we do things here at Cult Meeting Podcast. I tailor it to the guest. I tailor it to whatever HLT I'm speaking with. For what channels and what would be the questions? So I said, what is the future for Ye? What's the next barrier he's going to target? If you'd be willing, I'd ask why the Keno Casino guys are such faggots when it comes to you. I'm hoping that rumor about Mama JF was true so that the egg hits their face sooner than later. And I sent him my Sam Tripoli documentary. Also, it's just for my own channel, whoever picks it up after that. Here's a funny vid I put on there recently, which shows my interview style. This guy was a complete idiot, though. That was when I interviewed Chris and told him that I was live. But God made him not hear that. God made him not hear when I said that. I'm going to go live to YouTube as well. I'm not even angry, but it just shows his character, and I'm disappointed. It's another Chris type thing where it's just disappointing with these guys. You think are cool. Turns out they're a big puss. Okay. Skip to 4000 to see the red bar shout out. I've been in communication with him and will likely cover more on the next app since I just released more footage. And he said, I don't know. It seems like very superficial questions. Ye's future is whatever he wants to do. I don't know what voice that is. And the drama stuff isn't interesting. Yes, it is. It's objectively the most interesting thing to listen to or to watch. Not all of us want to hear about bacteria and how to kill your wife and get away with it. Not all of us want to just study forensics for our whole life. I said, that's fine. Let me get back to you with some biology questions. Or something more specific to you. The drama is interesting to me. I never watched your show with Worski, but if that info is already out there, I understand and wouldn't be interested in going down that road either. Would you be willing to talk troll culture in general, its beginnings, present, future, and who are your favorite high-level trolls or HLT moments on the internet or otherwise? And then he said, sure, we can do that. Dope. Are you free at any point this afternoon? This was on May 12th. No, I'm pretty busy. Ideally, pick a date 2 weeks in advance. Which is fine, but then be true to your word. A lot of these people are just liars. And you'll see it here as I present. And I'll call a couple other people. Greetings, JF. Just reminding. And I didn't even... Yeah. He said, no, I'm pretty busy 2 weeks in advance. Let's shoot for May 26th or 27th. I'll message you on the 26th. And whatever time is convenient for you. Appreciate you, sir. May 26th, 2 p.m. ET. That's all he sent me. And then I hearted it. And then I didn't text him until yesterday. And I said, greetings, JF. Just reminding you we are scheduled to talk tomorrow, 2 p.m. ET. Okay. And then today, I asked him some questions about his preferences. I asked him about, you know what, this is important, I guess. Because then he turns around and says, I don't know how to run a podcast. When I'm the one who would be making him entertained today. For the first time in a decade, I was going to grant him that wish. But he doesn't want it. He does not want it. Of all those people that can't see past my get up, he might have seen my get up and then gotten freaked out once again, right? All the people, guy that married a retarded lady is like, even he's like, nope. It's okay. I get that he's walking on thin ice, but it's sad that he's that unpredictable. Even when we have a set time 2 weeks in advance, I texted him this morning, do you have a preference to stream live to YouTube as well, or pre-record is preferable? That's also fine. Also, what platform do you prefer for the conversation? I was just going to call you on here. I was going to call you on here, on X. But just let me know and I'll be here at 2 ET. And just to clarify, whatever. I have written all your questions on the back of a Go board. You can choose to be privy to whatever you wish, but I suggest keeping it a surprise. I will FaceTime you here on X at exactly 11 a.m. Pacific time. As soon as the call begins, so does the interview. Okay, in 3 hours from now, using ET in New York, okay. Yeah, so he's like, 3 hours from now we'll do it, okay. What does okay mean? I told him I'd be calling him on here. Written your question on the back of a Go board. You can decline any question, obviously, but I wouldn't make a fuss about a single one that you decline. I have enough options for you that I encourage declining ones that are less appealing. I'd rather go in depth with what you need to share. You are allowed to have a handicap and see portions of the questions if you want, but I highly suggest waiting for the end. I will even give you a sneak peek from far away so you can see it's just words on there, no tricks. And then he said, okay, weird, but no concern. This guy, no, he said, we'll be live on X from my computer, but I'll also be able to call you on here. I'll have multiple other cameras going to patch up audio after the fact if need be. I promise you this will be cool. At 11, the time he said was cool 2 weeks ago, I tried to call him right there on stream, and he pussed out so bad. Because it's I don't know if it is pussing out or if it's thinking you're protecting yourself, but what are you worried I'm going to say? Why would you set this up with me? And then not tell me till the last minute. I guess it was about trolling. Was he trying to do some kind of meta prank? I don't know. You can get into some of these questions I was going to ask him. And there's a couple other people I can call. Let's see here. Okay. You gotta get pot awful on this guy after that shit. I don't even mind. Is this even hitting? Andy, this is your friend Keaton. What can you tell us about Bloodsport Season 2? What can you tell us about Bloodsport Season 2? You just spent a week with them.
No, I didn't.
You know Jet? Sam Hyde's friend?
Yeah, but I didn't go there yet.
Yes, you did. I saw you in the woods with Jet, buddy. You might have forgotten.
No.
He posted a short video of it, but I was wondering if you had anything to say about Bloodsport Season 2.
I wasn't there.
Well, but what about the Matan show? You were certainly there.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that experience?
Okay.
Okay, so we got a little Matan drop, a little Jet drop from Andy Dick. I'll try this guy again. One moment. I don't know if this other guy's gonna answer. That is one number I could call. It might be funny, or it might backfire heavily. Let's find out. Here we go. Hello, I just wanted to leave a quick message here for Milo and Troy, who I believe is still out there because he's an exceptionally lucky cat. I went over there at the behest of Pod Awful. They paid me some money to go and one, try to find your cat, two, look around and do some pester marketing, leaving signs up and whatnot. I did go in the neighborhood trying to find this cat, and first thing I see, they have all the footage of it because I was in the Pod Awful Discord. First thing I see, the biggest coyote I've ever seen in my life. And it was nighttime. I walked right up to it. They have it on footage. I'm not fucking with you. But it seemed like a docile coyote, and it didn't seem like the type that a cat as lucky as Troy couldn't outrun. But it was big as fuck. That was the biggest coyote I've ever seen. I saw you guys' signs. You guys have a excellent team working on it. I couldn't miss the size. It was 7 or 8. I wasn't even trying to find them. So you guys are doing everything you can. I was looking for tufts of fur and trying to make some calls to it as well, but to no avail yet. It was disheartening to see that coyote, but I have hope, and I think that there needs to be a shoot on site order for coyotes for the foreseeable future in your neighborhood, and for me too. Why was I able to just get right in there? Why was that a thing? I mean, I just came up and was gonna knock on the door. I brought my symbolic logic book and my fucking Sherlock Holmes pipe to try and be a detective for you guys, but then apparently you don't guys want the cat. So if you guys want the cat, You guys can pay me more money. I'll go out again with my divination tools and my divining rods, and of course my pipe. We're gonna find this thing. Do you want to find the cat? Pay me money. I went there already and Powerful has the footage. We will share that with you guys shortly. Okay. Happy Halloween. Who else? The nerve of JF to say that I don't know what I'm doing. That is funny. I don't even think he's talked to anybody that I can name besides TJ. So his career's in the fucking gutter. What are we talking about here? I'm trying to help him out because he's a freak. Keaton.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, conspiracy extremist? How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I just got snubbed by that JF Gariepy guy. You know that guy?
No. Who's that?
He's this guy that was big on YouTube back in the day. And not even big, honestly. He was like a episode favorite twice. Made this whole career out that. And his career's kind of been in the shitter lately because he has been accused of murdering his wife. I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't think he did it. But she was like borderline retarded. That's the other thing.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And I wrote all these questions for him. And I guess I can ask you a couple, can I? And then we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but...
I'll ask you one. Do you have any, like, esoteric HLTs, like, from back in the day, early internet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was this fake Sagan guy who was, like, kind of a G.G. Allen of streaming. He would like wave a gun around, slash his arm open on purpose, you know, on stream, and that's been allowed up the whole time. They never did anything about it, and he just was allowed to get away with it because he was in this pocket. Do you have anybody like that? Like cool internet people?
No, I don't.
You don't have any cool internet people? Not as
Not really.
because you shared the Tower Gang Toad last time and one other guy.
Say that again?
You shared Tower Gang Toad last time and one other guy.
Who was it? I was going to watch the episode, I don't remember. Was it the one where was it that last episode?
It was just when I talked to you. You mentioned this Tower Gang Toad guy, and yeah. So like people like that you love on the internet, I'm wondering if you can put us on to that. anything.
Point you to someone to talk to, or?
No, just cool people on the internet that you like. Videos that you used to rewatch over and over. Things like this.
Let me think about it. I can
Yeah.
try to put together some I guess like content people.
What do you think about Rocco's Basilisk?
I'm not familiar.
So the AI is like being all nice, and then it's gonna constrict us like a snake somehow, psychologically. And it all just happens as more information is added to the equation, I guess. Sorry, man. I was gearing up to talk to the scientist guy, but I'll leave you hanging right now, and I will. Please send me that other file, and I'll post the whole thing.
Yeah, I just replied you on Twitter. So my YouTube channel was deleted. I guess I just looked and I appealed it and they just gave me it back. So do you want me to just link the video?
Yeah, and there was like 2 of them, right? Because that's all good. I'm not even gonna commentate. I'll just post the whole thing.
Yeah, let me download it, and then I'll just do like a Google Drive so I can give you the link. You can download it.
Okay, appreciate it. Okay, we got that guy. Jesse let me down. Come on, man. Okay. I may try one more, but we got a decent little half-hour stream there. Sure, JF let us down. JF let me down. Now JF's in the ground. Come on, JF. That was some bitch shit. I'm taking him out of the HLT list immediately. Because God's given us 44 high-level troll ambassadors. And each HLT is assigned to oversee one of the 44 comedic principalities. 1, executive, Donald J. Trump. 2, music, yay. 3, macabre, Marilyn Manson. 4, tech, Elon Musk. 5, pod, Joe Rogan. 6, stand-up, Sam Hyde. 7, Judaism, Ari Shafir. 8, Catholicism, Milo. Internet, Jesse P.S. Rage, Louis J. Gomez. Commentary, number 11, Mike David. House, Nick Rochefort. Or Rochefort, however the fuck you say that. 13, interview, Matan Evan. Apparently it wasn't me, because I didn't get the damn interview today. I called Andy Dick for a couple seconds, and I called that conspiracy extremist guy, and there was some JF bullshit that happened. But it's okay. He will regret that. Gnosticism, Louis C.K. Conspiracy, Sam Tripoli. Politics, Dave Smith. Literature, Keaton-Hudema. 18 TV, Mr. Andy Dick. didn't even really get into until after we started talking. I might stop calling him altogether because he's getting too famous again. And it's not, like, I can sense that, he's feeling famous, if that makes sense. So he is back. God bless him. He can eat his delicious dinners and pay for his life now. But if that means he doesn't have as much time for little old me when he's not even getting paid, I can't fault him. Movies: Sacha Baron Cohen sketch, Trevor Moore, opposition, Laura Loomer. I may change hers, I'm not sure. LGBT, Destiny, Leftism, Ethan Klein, who I don't watch heavily. I will read all these before I leave. You guys believe this shit? Couple other things to address would be my snowshoes have a little upgrade here. Fuck Mersh for what he said to me about me. And what does this one say? Some branding. Let's see what other tricks I had. For someone that's been gaslit so much as JF over the past couple years, that kind of response means he deserves it. That's God saying, this guy sucks, he's unwilling to face whatever's going on, he's probably just lying. I wouldn't be upset at all if he would have just said no, but scheduled it well ahead of time, gave him plenty of options, asked him if I could work with him on the problem, which was like a 1 minute problem, and it wasn't even something I hadn't warned him about. But he's acting like he has a super nice studio. WTF, look, you're not prepared to host a podcast. Bye. And I sent him the picture of this shit. That's when he blocked me. Listen to how Eurotrash this part sounds. I said, would you be willing to make the call from your phone? If you grant 5 min, you will be happy. Not really. I only do good audio from my studio audio. And I said, let me work with you on that. I have Streamlabs, but no paying subscription. I promise to send you a superior audio file from a different camera. Can I edit it for you to your discretion? That's when he says, bro, WTF, look, you're not prepared to host a podcast. I just started doing Zoolander. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't watch too much of his shit, but he was a minor local legend that passed by my screen enough times that I figured he might be cool. Unfortunately, he wasn't. A couple more of these troll ones I can read, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Atheism, TJ Kirk, Wrestling, Ethan Ralph, who's a new talent that I'm just discovering. Forrest, Owen, Benjamin, Ronan, Jet, Neptune. So that's the current HLT list. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do with this.
And look what it has done to my country. Let me go.
Having answered 84,000 lessons, never to slow down his heartbeat, I just have to let it go. Using somebody as an astral platform, he goes from illumination to union.
All as soon as you call in.